So, long story short, my friend Kevin was in town on my summer break. He was road tripping all the way from New York City to West Coast cities. During his trip, he visited his friends and asked if they wanted to join his journey. Obviously, I'm one of those victims. He offered me a road trip in Arizona, Utah, and Colorado. I hesitated for a bit, like 3 seconds, then I said yes, since I needed some hot posts for my Instagram.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
What you say?
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
Oh woman, don't treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman that I've ever seen. I guess if you
Anyways, our first stop was in Sedona. When you get there, the first thing you will notice is that you're surrounded by the red rock buttes, steep canyon walls, and pine forests. This was my second time visiting here and it was still stunning. If you ever get a chance to visit Arizona, don't forget to put it on your to-go list. Oh, Grand Canyon National Park.
Would you like a map today?
Yes, please.
So what language?
English. Thank you so much.
You too. This time we had the cloudy Grand Canyon, which was not what I expected, but I had no complaints. I still remember Kevin said something like, "Wow, it's so magnificent. This place definitely one of a kind as opposed to the other attractions I have visited on this trip." Meanwhile, I was like, I don't want to fall off the cliff, but for my hot Instagram post, I need to take photos next to it. Hold my beer.
旅程的第2天，
可以啦，
然后目前玩下来，我发现我和 Kevin 我们都会设一个时间出门，但是 Kevin 都会睡过头。然后我们昨天本来要去一个点叫做 Horseshoe Bend， 但是呢，我们开车回来的时候太晚了，而且还下雨，所以就没有去。所以现在早上才要去。我们今天还要去那个 Antelope Canyon， 然后那个地方如果有太阳的话很漂亮。然后他们有一个时段叫 Magical Hours， 然后是从早上的11点到下午的1、2点左右，因为那时候太阳会在最顶端。那个时候，如果你在那些石头里面穿梭，你会发现，你会觉得很特别的漂亮，就是太阳照进来，然后那个石头的纹路会很漂亮，这样。但是就看我们今天运气好不好，因为今天的云有一点多。
Thank you. Have a good day. Anywho, if you visit the Grand Canyon, one thing you shouldn't miss around it is Antelope Canyon. To visit it, you need to book a tour or buy a tour on the spot. 请问 Kevin， 我们现在要出发前往哪里？
要去上娘家，
最好是可以线上先订票，这样
当盘子。
我们刚一个人花了133块，有点盘，但是我觉得应该是值得啦，值得啦。即将抵达战场。We are not allowed to take videos but photos. What a shame. However, the whole experience was awesome. You got to see the variation of lights and different shapes of rocks while exploring it. During the tour, Kevin said something like, "Wow, it's so magnificent. This place definitely one of a kind as opposed to the other attractions I have visited on this trip." Actually, he didn't say that, but he did like it a lot. 我和 Kevin 刚刚去 Horseshoe， 今天早上去的 Horseshoe Bend， 然后后来又去了 Antelope Canyon， 然后我们就一路开车继续北上，今天要去犹他州。这是我们今天的第一餐，就是在一家墨西哥餐厅随便吃一吃，看到墨西哥这样就是开了。
昨天去的那个就是大峡谷国家公园，然后早上
大峡谷
看了水坝，在这个 Grand Canyon， 然后我们现在在这个 Ark National Park， 等一下如果还有时间可以去看这个 Canyonlands National Park， 那个梅萨公园就在这边。
然后我们到时候一路往 Colorado 的话
，Colorado 到这个
往右上角那边，
这里国家公园有10个嘛，
看起来每一个都很有特色。
对啊，这个圆礁顶，然后只有一个那个 entrance landing。
OK。Since our plan that day was to make it to Arches National Park in Utah, we drove around 270 miles in 5 hours right after the tour in Antelope Canyon. Arches National Park, My first impression for it was red rocks, but not as red as the rocks in Sedona. Still really pretty, especially we made it before the sunset. We took a short walk, checked out attractions around us, and took everything slow to enjoy the peacefulness.
开始哦。
我一直都在录啊，随便你啊。
昨天我们完全没有录任何影片，也没有去任何地方玩，因为昨天早上在出发的时候，我们发现我们车子的左后轮那个胎压异常的低，然后后来发现有石头卡在轮框和轮胎之间，所以我们就去找修车厂，然后修车厂就是都很忙，在一个很小的城市里面，我们用 Google Map 去看那个附近还有其他哪里的修车厂，但是都超远的，所以我们就只好在那几家比较近的选，然后每一个至少都要等4-5个小时。所以昨天后来等我们从快中午就在排队了，排到后来车子修好大概4点嘛，3-4点。我们住的城市是在犹他的 Mo， 然后呢我们要开到 Denver， 原本对我们要开到 Denver， 然后这样前后就开了5个小时，对。有一个地方它很热门，它要 reserve 门票，然后那个地方叫 Bear Lake， 所以我们等一下会上山。
On the 4th day of the trip, we went to Rocky Mountain National Park. We went on hikes for lakes and mountains. The air was cool and clean. Nothing much to describe, I just really like the vibe in nature. Basically, we spent the whole day there. If we were not hiking, then we were driving on the way to another attraction. Finally, here comes the last day of the trip. Kevin had to move on for the rest of his trip back to New York, and I had a flight back to Phoenix at night. It was a really fun trip with Kevin. I admired that he had the courage to road trip across the states, a lot of drives and uncertainties he needed to deal with. He managed the plan really well like a boss. Hopefully I can do the same thing in the near future, maybe from Phoenix to New York City, you never know.